Nanoleaf panels are something you'll quite often see in gaming setups, and I've got them in my gaming setup and in this office space here. I'm a huge fan of Nanoleaf panels, but something I get a question about is, are they truly and really worth the money? Because they are often an expensive product. And in this video, I'm hoping to answer that age-old question of, are Nanoleaf panels really worth it? So let's go. Hey there and welcome to the channel today. Thrilled to have you here to be reviewing and breaking down the Nanoleaf panels. This is not going to be talking just exclusively about shapes. This will be talking about canvas panels as well. I'll make sure to leave links in the description below to anywhere you can buy Nanoleaf panels or Nanoleaf canvas panels. So just to give you a little bit of context of the Nanoleaf panels that I have 4 sets of Nanoleaf across my home. 2 in my gaming setup, 1 along the back wall that is displayed behind me in my live streams and gaming channel videos. And I've got 1 off to the side as well in the gaming setup that's been recently added to just kind of give it a little bit more light. And in this space, I've added in 2 Nanoleaf canvas sets on the wall across from my desk. And I personally absolutely love my Nanoleaf panels that I've got in my room, but we're gonna break it down and talk about the things I like, the things I don't like, and whether or not I think that makes it worth it. So let's start off with everybody's favorite thing and the positive or the pros. The number 1 positive for me is the customization. If you've got your favorite color or your favorite color is a bit of a blend of 2 and you don't have just one, you can really make that shine in Nanoleaf's configuration. Although their app and technology can sometimes be a little bit difficult to work with, especially if it's your first time, once you get it set up and working, the Nanoleaf panels are absolutely beautiful. They have amazing quality lights and give off amazing quality color. Something I was concerned about before I picked up my first set was actually the size of them and actually if they were going to be big enough to actually, kind of make an impact. But when I actually installed the first set and put that first set on my wall for the very first time, I was really shocked to see actually how much space it took up. Now, this could be a very bad thing for you, or it could be a really good thing, but I was really happy because I was always of the assumption that these were rather small, and yes, they are still, small. They do take up a good set of space when you put them together in an assortment of about 9 or more. Another great thing that I absolutely love about this is the ability to put it in different shapes and patterns to whatever you like. If you've got an empty spot on your wall, but it's kind of an awkward shape and wraps around or something like that, your Nanoleaf panels can actually be customized and wrap around this edge. If you take a look at the Nanoleaf that I've recently added into my gaming setup, it wraps up and down around the side of my wall. Now, I didn't want my Nanoleaf panels right in front of my face, so I wanted it to be in a spot where I could get it in photos of my gaming setup and into my space and give that color, but I didn't want it too harshly in my face. And I realized that I had a bit of a gap above my cupboard there off to the side and thought, well, let's try and do a little bit of a snake pattern. And that's exactly what I did. Whereas with the pattern on the wall behind me that is visible on my Twitch stream, that is more of a decorative kind of pattern to showcase a bit of a feature kind of thing. Another big pro is the ability to connect the Nanoleaf panels that you have to the rhythm feature to allow it to connect to the music or the sound in your room. If you're having a little concert to yourself in your room and you're just vibing one afternoon, one morning, one night, 2 o'clock in the morning, whenever it is you choose to vibe, chucking your Nanoleaf rhythm on and just watching the colors explode with the sound of the music is really, really incredible. It's not something that I use quite a lot because I use music through my headphones at my PC 9 times out of 10. It's not very often that I'll actually put music out loud in my room or anywhere in my house, really. But playing with that is quite a lot of fun. This can be done with both the canvas and the regular light panels, to my understanding. Talking about the canvas panels, these canvas panels are a fantastic option as well to the regular triangular shapes or even the circular shapes I believe they now make. I was not really for square shaped Nanoleafs until I actually bought them. I needed something in this office space that was going to add in some color and give it something different and vibrant that I didn't have in here. And that's exactly what these Nanoleaf panels that I have really add to this room. The square panels are minimalist, but they add in that element of vibrance and personality to this room that it didn't have before. I knew I didn't want a set too big, and the great thing with Nanoleaf is that it actually does quite often come in sets of 3, 4. You can buy really small kits, and that's all you may potentially need just for a little bit of color. Okay, now we talked a fair while about the positives and the pros of it. Let's talk a little bit about the cons. The first con is the price, specifically the price of the triangular or the circle shapes as they are a little bit harder to make. They're going to be a little bit pricier, but they are fairly expensive items. The original box that I had of Nanoleaf was a 9-pack, and that was quite pricey. And then to go and buy an extender kit of say about 6 or so was another hefty load on top of that. I think when we're talking about price though, if you really are set on Nanoleaf lights or panels in your space, canvas is a really good budget option. And when I say canvas, I'm meaning the square options. They are a really great money saving option as against the triangular ones. You'll find Nanoleaf canvas quite often going on sale. The ones that I picked up on sale were about 50% off, and they will regularly go on sale online, on Amazon, or at a retail store. Something I mentioned in the pros as well is that sometimes Nanoleaf technology can be a little bit hard to configure. If it's your first time setting up a Nanoleaf, it's not very a straightforward process. It can be a little bit confusing. You've got to connect the Nanoleaf to your home Wi-Fi, and then you've got to connect it to the app, and then the app doesn't even bother to work on my Android phone, so I have to use it on my iPad, and then it's actually really slow on the iPad when it does load. But once you get over that connection hurdle of actually connecting it to your technology, it tends to work. One thing that also does kind of bug me a little bit is when you do unplug the Nanoleaf from the power itself, the power plug, it will lose its connection to the device you connected it to and will lose its color preset, meaning you will most likely have to reconnect it. This has happened to me many times when my power has gone out or I've been renovating my room or something and we've had to reconfigure that, and it's a really painful process when you have to reconfigure that. When I recently added in these canvas panels, I tried to set it up with my Samsung Android phone, and the app still does not work even 12 months later. It would not connect under any Steam. It connects to my computer and to my Apple devices, but not to my Android. So if you're an Android user, it's certainly something to consider. But if you've got a PC, I'd recommend connecting it to your PC because that's probably going to be your best option, especially if you don't have an Apple device. Talking about the app and the customization can be a little bit hard to wrap your head around, especially again, if it's your first time. For beginners, it's going to be a little bit confusing, and I would recommend looking up a tutorial online of how to customize your Nanoleaf panels because they are a little bit challenging to customize straight away. But once you spend some time online looking into how it actually works, what the different definitions mean, it works pretty well and you'll understand it pretty quickly. But in summary, to answer the question of are Nanoleaf panels, canvas, or triangular shapes worth it? I say yes. The price is obviously a huge detractor and the technological issues are a huge detractor, but if you're able to get over those hurdles and, you know, spend some time sitting down looking at the technological factors and maybe even pick it up on sale when it's knocked down on price, I totally think it's worth it. The one thing I'd really like to see to make Nanoleaf much, much better is a development of their technology because it's never really worked on my side. If I'm paying this huge fee, I want to be making sure, you know, the technology that they've provided is working. Can quite often take me an hour or 2 hours to set these things up, and I sometimes just don't have that time. But if I forget about the tech issue and I think about the way that it looks in my setup and the way that it functions now that it's actually set up, I really do love them a lot. They're a main staple of my gaming setup of this office space now, and something that I really truly love. If it's Halloween or Christmas or my birthday even, I can customize it with a preset with a different color scheme to really convey a different vibe to what I normally would have in there. In my gaming setup, I normally have it fading through a purple, pink, blue combination to give it really that nice kind of chill vibe. Whereas with Halloween, I'll have it fade through reds and oranges and purples to really convey that it's Halloween. So yes, I personally do think they are worth it. I'd love to see what you think, and if you think they're worth it, or if you have them, whether you love them, or if you're looking to buy one, what you think. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel because I'm making gaming setup tech content here on YouTube weekly. Thank you so much for watching and have a fantastic rest of your time zone. And until next time, bye-bye.